Hey, I'm back at you. Hope you guys are all doing well. On to part two of Unit 5B. And we're going to move from thinking to language. All right, just like from The Hangover, the movie, your language is offensive. All right, so let's talk about language a little bit. All right. Oh, wow. What happened here? Oh, I'm off. I'm sorry. That's okay. We'll just roll with it this way. So we're talking about heuristics and the representative heuristic about plane crashes and accidents, but obviously it's much more fatal to drive in a car than fly on a plane. So those are the availability heuristic definitely skews that information. Overconfidence tends to be more confident than correct. I know a lot of people like this. Unfortunately, they're wrong a lot. All right, framing, the way an issue is posed, how an issue is framed can significantly affect decisions and judgment. When you want to ask your parents something, you frame it a certain way to get what you want. It affects their thinking. It affects your thinking too. Belief perseverance. Oh man, this is a big one. Now, this is simply changing one's initial conceptions after the basis of which they are formed as discredited. This is it's so obvious around us, it blows my mind. People who believe the world is flat. Come on, that's been disproven scientifically many times. Heck, we just had an experience in an election. There was a lot of false claims going out there that the election was stolen by massive voter fraud. Has been scientifically, legally, and with the police discredited almost totally. But yet, there are people who hold on to that because of this belief perseverance. All right. So you have something in mind and you're like, oh man, I don't care what the facts are. This is what I believe. All right. Another one is with the COVID vaccine. There was somebody who said that you get the COVID vaccine, you get magnetized. I mean, there's science galore that says it's all just made up. But they'll see something when somebody gets sick from it, and they'll be like, see, it's the magnetism in that vaccine. So belief perseverance is definitely a factor on cognition and thinking. All right, now we're on to language. This is actually supposed to be part two, but you got a little extra from part one on this second segment. All right, language, real quick. A lot of terms here. I'm not going to go over all these. Obviously, it's how we communicate, gesture, and speak. Phoneme is the smallest distinctive sound in the unit. These are some examples here. Morpheme is the smallest unit that has meaning, such as UN, undesire, DESIR, able. 4 morphemes in there that gives meaning. Meaning. Grammar is important. Without grammar, our words are meaningless. It is rules of language that allows us to communicate and understand others. Semantics is the meaning of language and words. It's the study of meaning, basically. Syntax, the rules of how we combine words into grammatically sensible sentences. All right, and again, I'm not going to go through a lot of this here because this is all in the book and it's in this PowerPoint. Different stages, and they're mostly your common sense from development standpoint. Babbling, one word. Oh, this is a cool little video. Watch these little twins talking their own little language, babbling. 2-word stage, telegraph, just like a telegraph, communicating that way. And then basic developmental goals of language. All right, so the language is a combination of genes, the environment, and behavior. Last thing, very important here, linguistic determinism. Worf, a linguist, has a hypothesis that language determines the way we think. Well, that is true. Now, here's how it does it. He says that if the language does not have certain meanings for words or words that have meanings such as violent meanings, then the people won't think that way and therefore they won't have violence. Your language determines how you think and therefore your behavior. All right, this is so true if you look at the book 1984. Newspeak was the new language the government had instilled with the people that totally took away certain words so the masses could not think a certain way and only feel allegiance to them. So that's kind of a novel using linguistic determinism to influence thought and behavior. All right, and there's a little video on Wharf. Check it out. All right, until next time, Mr. Gallagher 5B is a wrap.